Marilyn Manson has put out another new song. It's called Unalive. So let's check this out together. Let's talk about some vocals. Let's talk about ways that you might be able to go about making some of these sounds and making sense of them. And let's just check out this creepy ass video that he made. Okay. Oh, Lord. God damn, that's creepy. Oh, this reminds me of the band Ghost. Jesus. It's supposed to be like an egg in a womb or something. This is very Illuminati. Oh, dude, Doc Martens. Anybody remember wearing those? They look like that. They're probably not, but man, I remember so many kids growing up that were wearing those. I wonder if kids nowadays even know what TV static is. We all knew about that when I was growing up, like TV. Yeah, anyway, sorry. I'm already getting caught up in the visuals. Let's keep going.
I'm not coming for you. I've already arrived. When I let it all out, it will eat you alive.
There's kind of like a music box, but it's kind of like a music box type of vibe here, like ping, ting, 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 ting. It's kind of got like a very creepy, almost like like kind of a thing you would open and hear like ping, ding, 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 kind of like this. And then the vocal melody kind of goes perfectly along with that. I guess it's probably mirroring that.
Only enemy you'll ever need. My eyes may cry, but I'll never weep. I'm the only enemy you'll ever need. My eyes may cry, but I'll never weep. Eyes may cry, but I'll never weep. Eyes may cry, but I'll never weep. Eyes may cry, but I'll never weep.
How cool is this vibe in this? Wow. So there's already things I could talk about vocally, but let's continue before I start diving into some of that stuff. I dig it so far. Again, there's a great production and there's a great vibe to this. And as I continue to talk about music lately and do videos like this, I think I tend to be more excited about vibe, really kind of having somebody make a song that's not just a great song, but something that really takes you somewhere. Because I think as a society, we're just consuming so much that it can be hard to not just judge things quickly, but to actually have something kind of still transport you somewhere is really, really important. Yeah, it's so hypnotic. Bung, bung, dun, 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 dun. Funny enough, seeing that he's like at this house, I don't know if it's kind of supposed to mirror some place that he sort of grew up in and stuff, but these are like the houses that I pretty much grew up in when I see them. Like that's Pennsylvania. That's right where I grew up, like seeing places like that.
Stand in a circle, take out your sword. Now step to your right.
So what can we talk about here right out of the gate? I put out a video last week. I was sitting there editing it like nobody's going to watch this shit. And I just was completely convinced that it wasn't that great. And then lo and behold, people love that video and they really love the information in it. I was breaking down Ozzy Osbourne, Robert Plant, and Chris Cornell in that video and the vocal identities that they create and how they protect those, not from a weird protection place, but from a physical place, how they move into that funnel that is the identity of their voice, where the pressure builds and mostly resonates and holds, and how they're kind of keeping that and how they're holding that. Marilyn Manson is doing the same thing. Listen to his speaking voice. It sounds a lot like mine, if not lower, meaning it's a low, deep, masculine, yeah kind of thing. But when he's doing something like this, he's almost constantly taking the bottom of his vocal funnel and getting quieter. He's not belting into full low kind of stuff. He's always moving up higher, and then it expands and gets louder and turns into this chaotic kind of open resonance. But down on the bottom, he's always kind of doing this. Now, really quick, if you want to try something with me, We talk about compression, and we talk about holding your breath back. We can achieve a sound just like he's achieving here by just starting to hold breath back. So again, if you want to take that straw breath in, cigarette, joint, whatever, and we're going to hold that in, and then we're just going to start speaking through that little bit of compression. Oh, yeah, yeah. So then we can take a note and we can extend it. And then we do that in slow motion, and we're getting more and more of that vibe where we're moving out of vocal fry into the note. Now again, I'm never going to completely release this. I'm almost always going to hold on to a little bit of this, and it's going to become part of that vocal identity, part of that funnel, that shape that I'm pushing my pressure into. My precious. Okay, here we go.
Go around in a daisy chain until you're all unalive. Stand in a circle, take out your sword.
Now, also, there's another thing going on here, is that he's not necessarily an over-enunciator, but he is expressing these words in a very deliberate way. Take out your sword. Take out your sword. Yeah. So again, take out your sword would kind of be with me not doing much. But then if I really start manipulating the front of my face, which you're going to see him doing constantly, especially when he starts screaming, we're going to start kind of using those words in almost a sinister, very deliberately kind of trying to deliver the words to you. Da 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 da. And again, I'm singing through this compression wall that I'm setting up.
Now step to your right.
Definitely heard it there. Now step to your right. Now step to your right. Now step to your right. Again, it's kind of doing this. One of the things that's very important as a takeaway with this is that as I set up this vocal identity here, you start to adjust to it and listen to it. And as you kind of fall into that, some part of you probably can imagine that as I get louder, as I get more expressive, you're going to get even more of that, which is a physical payoff, an emotional kind of payoff. It's something that kind of makes you feel like, oh, there, we've arrived into even more of it. So it's not two different voices. It's even more of that one thing we were already kind of flirting with. Yeah! And we kind of get to grow into that place. So when he starts screaming, that's the top more of that funnel where you're like, oh, that's so good.
Go around in a daisy chain until you're all unalive.
There we had this face. Like this. So, I talked recently about the screaming stuff. Let's listen to him a little bit more, and let's talk about how we can kind of move into this. Not for the sake of you wanting to be a metal screamer or distortional or whatever. This stuff is fun to learn how to do. It's not just destroying your voice. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. But it's super fun to learn how to do. Remember that babies and little kids, especially the kids on this fucking block, are screaming and stuff all the time. We all have the ability to do this. We just forget how, and we forget to activate these muscle groups and how it all happens. So kind of coming back around and learning how to do that is amazing. It's really fun, and it can actually be a cathartic thing for you if you're having a bad day, and you can do it correctly instead of blowing out your voice. Think about screaming as the far end of the spectrum, and this being almost like whispering and very quiet. If you learn how to do this, a lot of the stuff in the middle is going to be a lot more easy to understand. This is lighting up muscle groups and really helping you to understand on a mindful, physical level what exactly is working, compressing, crunching down, pressure, how you're pressurizing, how you're doing this. There's a lot of things to take away from that. Let's listen. So, how can we go about this? Again, in a couple videos here recently, I've been talking about a very similar concept where we're just learning how to clear the throat. We're going to get into vocal fry distortion and false chord distortion really quick here. Try this with me. Clearing your throat. Just like that. Whether you have mucus or not or whatever. When we're doing that, we're activating false chord a lot of times and vocal fry distortion. Then we have to learn some things about our foundation. Having said that, you want to learn some of these pieces and you want to learn it for free, I have a free course you can download. The pinned comment and in the description. The reason I say that is if you're like me and you want to go straight to heavy vocals, that's exactly what I did. And then I was struggling along the way. This is not a sales pitch. This is what I did. And I know a lot of you are doing the same thing. I was wondering why certain things weren't working. I had nothing to step back into in terms of foundation. I had no idea how to breathe, how to place my voice, or how to support a note. So learn how to do that stuff for free by joining my course, and then come back to this and let's learn how to scream together. So we take our support then up underneath of that, and we slowly start creaking our way into it. So if I go, you see that I'm not doing that much effort. I'm still just making noises and then just opening up a little bit. But I have to be pushing from the right place. Then, how do we arrive at a higher scream like that? Let's take legit head voice. Woo, woo. Then let's add that same kind of feeling. We're going to try to get up and out of the throat, but let's just do it the same way we were doing right there. So if I go, like that, then I'm going to try to find an equilibrium between that feeling and this pressure I'm pushing down. I don't want to use too much air, and I don't want to use too much volume at first. I'm trying to find an erratic kind of sound, this chaotic kind of sound, and then I'm going to try to find a balance between that. Then I'm going to try to keep making it louder, but keep playing with that balance. If I go, there we're entering into what he's doing. So let's listen to him one more time. Whether we're hitting the same notes, even though he's kind of not really hitting notes, it doesn't really matter. We can start lower, but we can work our way up. So, eyes may cry, but I'll never weep. So even doing it quietly like that teaches me about it. Eyes may cry, but I'll never weep. Eyes may cry. And make sure you have some water for hydration. But you hear me creeping my way into that. Eyes may cry. And you hear me kind of working that out there. Again, start off quiet, keep practicing, take some time to develop. If you can't do it today and you're really forcing it, don't do that. Give yourself the benefit of trying again the next day. A lot of times distortion shows up better for you the next day. Here we go. God, that's like a fucking horror movie poster. Jesus. What do you say? Burn you like a church? Oh, it's so weird seeing him from one side and seeing him have like a contact lens. When you actually see him from one side and you don't see the contact lens, weird, man. It's like a different person, right? That's really strange. Okay, continue. Obviously, it's different production things on here. There's like a vocal double throughout most of the song, if not a triple. And then they're affecting some of them maybe differently. So one of them's more saturated, kind of robotic, and then there's like the main ones. But he's doing a lot of that stuff. There might be a low one there in there. Will rejoice, and then there's will rejoice. I love that edit right there. I like little stuff like that. They cut right when he did that. It was kind of cool. I don't know what he's saying here. I wish I did. But again, I love the vibe. God damn it. It reminds me of these games like Dark Souls that I love and things like that, where you have these bosses that you see and they kind of do these creepy things up and into your face. And I love that there's actually thought and artistic direction going into these videos. I don't see many videos anymore that really do much for me, but again, I keep mentioning this idea of vibe. Like there's such a vibe to his stuff that he's trying to do, and And again, whether it's totally bananas, Illuminati, satanic, devil, who the fuck knows anymore, it's still kind of fun to jump into. It's like your favorite horror film or something like that. You dive into it and you go, well, that was something, and you come back out of it. Unless you want to live in this world. But most of the stuff I'm seeing here, it might be an act, but the dude really does seem like a tortured soul, does he not? Like, he seems like somebody that really is tortured, yeah. Oh, I love that synth in the back. Listen to that synth. It's like metal, industrial, nails on a chalkboard. That's what it reminds me of, the game Hellblade. All these people, like these enemies that come after you. Anybody play that? I think that's what it's called. And the first one was a great game. Second one, a little bit boring, but amazing production. I love the full gamut like that. If you want to get better with these screams and stuff, take these sirens and always always practicing going from top to bottom. Oh, and then there we have the full top, and then trying to completely sit that down into the bottom of your voice with vocal fry. Back in time, execution day, stop who you will be in the future.
Go back in time.
Jesus, that's creepy.
Execution day.
Fade out.
Stop who you will be in the future.
Jesus. I wonder if they really set that place on fire. Hey! I'm trying to get out of the haze of the chaos of what I just witnessed there. This takes me back into nostalgia and back to VH1 and MTV days where I used to watch videos when I was a young lad. And super cool, man. Again, I was never a huge Marilyn Manson fan, but I do just miss some of those glory days of being able to consume music in a different way or go to a store like FYE and buy a CD. Those were crazy cool times, man. You don't know until you know. And when it's gone, it's gone. So what did you guys think of this? What are you guys doing with your vocal journey? Like, did this mean anything to you? Did you connect with anything? Could you make any of these sounds I was making? Again, I have to mention, if you want to figure this stuff out faster and you want to make some sense of this, I made a free course, things I wish I would have known, and you can download it in the pinned comment or the description. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you have things you would like me to watch and break down, people's voices and stuff, I would love to hear about it. I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.